What's the dumbest thing you've done for someone you've had a crush on? Once when I was 16, I'm now 32, I was riding in the back of a friend's truck with this girl I was trying to impress. We were going about 40 miles per hour on an asphalt road, and my ball cap flew off. She said, "You better jump out and get it." Jokingly, I dove out of the back of the truck and rolled down the pavement several times. I got my hat and stood up as if I was unscathed. I played it off like a tough, yet obviously very stupid guy. The next day I woke up in excruciating pain and went to the hospital. I had broken my collarbone, 2 ribs, and the radius bone in my forearm. You asked for it. Holy crap, dude. I'm not sure whether that was really freaking stupid or really freaking awesome. I found out what his favorite colors were and then got my braces changed to blue and red so that he'd wife me up. Oh god. I did this in high school repeatedly. I had suppressed IT until I read this. WHYYYY. I drew a picture of a knight fighting a dragon and wrote a note asking her out. Needless to say, I was unsuccessful. I wish a guy would do this for me. Man, just a few months ago, was 24, I had a major crush on a coworker and freaking me out at her. Still don't understand why the frick. I'm not even that weird, it just happened. My dad used to always tell this story about how he'd crashed his bike in front of a cute girl's house, so she would come running out to check on him. It never worked, but he has the scars to prove it happened. Ah, the old George McFly. When I was 8 years old, this girl insisted on me making a little fish instead of the dot on every I, J, etc. So, naturally I did. I will never forget the look on my teacher's face when she noticed. If I was that teacher, I'd have sat you two next to each other the next time seating charts were due to change. I bought front row tickets to a Snow Patrol concert for the two of us. I think I paid almost $200 for the tickets. Things would have worked out better has my grandfather not passed away 2 days before. I just gave her the tickets rather than waste them. She ended up taking another guy who she then started dating a week later. This hurts my heart so badly. I was in 4th grade. I had this theory that guys only liked girls who multiple guys had crushes on. To get my crush to like me, I thought it would be a cool idea to slip secret admirer notes into my own desk, so he would think someone else already liked me, and then, ta-da, he would like me too. Convoluted, I know. Anyway, I wrote out a great secret admirer note, taking great care to disguise my handwriting. But last minute, I chickened out, thinking everyone would think that secret admirers were lame. So on the way out to recess, I slipped it into one of my friend's desks instead. We come back in from recess. She flips the frick out and reads it to the whole class. Everyone is completely mesmerized. My crush seems especially interested, even asking to see the note. Dang it. Plan failed. But being the stalwart and persistent little bugger I was, I decided to make 2 secret admirer notes the next day and slip one into my friend's desk and one into my desk. Because, you know, that wouldn't be suspicious at all. Same drill. Slip in the notes at recess. Find them when we come back in. My friend goes, "Oh my god, IT happened again," and everyone rushes over to her desk. Feeling smug, I wait until it goes a little quiet, and then putting on my best surprised voice, I go, "Oh my god, I got one too." And it totally worked. 4th graders, it turns out, are really gullible. Everyone came rushing over to my desk, including my crush, and it was awesome, if really pathetic. For the next week, to keep up the charade, I made and distributed 2 new notes every day. My crush even asked a few times if I had gotten a note yet that day. 4th grade me considered Operation Secret Admirer a complete success. He was talking to me. Huzzah. I only stopped when my friend got really into it. She would gather all the notes, want to compare them with mine, and spent hours speculating who the secret admirers could be. I felt terrible and didn't write any more notes. My friend was devastated. And that is definitely the dumbest thing I've done for someone I've had a crush on. I gave this guy $5 in the 5th grade because I wanted him to date me instead of all the other girls. Instead, he said thanks and never talked to me again. All through 4th grade I did chores for money, and every time I had gotten enough to get a $20 I gave it to Danielle, the wife, and I tried to add it up one time. Came up with an estimate of $500 to $560. B never even said thank you once. I touched a wild raccoon once because a girl told me to. We were walking together and there was a raccoon sitting on the top of a trash can digging through the garbage. She told me to go touch it or else she would walk away. So, with no real second thought of it, I went up and touched the raccoon's tail. It didn't seem to care. Worth it. I was so freaking tense reading that, until those last two sentences. Walked all over campus in the pouring rain hoping to run into her. It was the last day of class at a big university, so I thought I'd never see her again or get a chance to tell her how I feel. It was pretty lame, not gonna lie. A girl in 6th grade told me if I gave her gum she would be my friend. I gave her gum, then she immediately told me she was lying. We never spoke again. Gum digger. I once found a fake gold necklace that a guy I liked used to wear. It smelled very strongly of his cologne, so I kept it. I used to carry it around and smell it. He didn't even know I existed. He grew up to be a dirtbag. He was wearing a fake gold necklace and doused himself in cologne. He was already a dirtbag. Woke up at 6 AM 3 days a week, go to breakfast and sit at a table near his. One time he talked to me about his omelette. That was one of the highlights of my year. I remember I used to bring candy to this girl every day in the 8th grade. A small brown bag full of different goodies. She'd be so happy and hug me and say sweet things and whatnot. So one day I decided to test her and put $1 in the bag. Get to school and give her the bag. I'm waiting to hear from her saying I accidentally left that in there but got nothing. She kept the $1. At lunch I even mentioned something along the lines of losing my lunch money and still nothing. And she never said anything. Pretty dumb, but it made me forget about her quickly, so in the end it was for the best. I'm laughing my ass off picturing a kid trying to subtly hint for this girl to give him his $1 back. I like that honesty was so important to you back then. In grade 7, my mom helped me bake a chocolate cake for this girl I really liked. I brought it to school and came up to her. The second she saw it, she flipped it over and it fell on the floor in front of everyone. She proceeded to run away. Everyone started calling her Cake Girl after that. At least she was the one stuck with a nickname and not you. When I was in 4th grade, my crush had his Pokemon card deck stolen out of his school desk, and he was upset about it. I gave him all my holographic cards, which I loved, was very proud of, and had previously refused to trade for anything. When I found out, hoping it would get him to like me, it didn't. I don't think he even thanked me for it. It's just small potatoes now, but it was a big deal at the time. I've never forgotten it and always regretted it. I stalked him for 3 months just because I liked looking at him. We didn't have any classes together either. One day, he friends me on Facebook and I excitedly accepted. He goes on to message me first. He says, "I'm no offense, but why are you stalking me?" Follow up. I tried to deny it but he didn't believe me. So it was awkward for a couple of months. But we're pretty chill now. Yay. He knew because I would walk by all his classrooms pretending to go to the bathroom, 5x a day, going to all his soccer games and trying to make it not obvious that I'm only staring at him, peeping through windows. In high school, a few hours after school was let out, I was talking to this guy I had a crush on when he mentioned he left his Spanish notebook in his locker and had a test the next day. Since it was a regional high school and he was far away and I was close, I offered to help him out. I walked a mile to the school, went to his locker, called him, got the combination, and read 10+ pages from the notebook to him while I sat on the hallway floor and he took notes. Of course I can lend you money. I bought a girl I had a crush on flowers and a neon blue vibrator for Valentine's Day. We were 15, I was very much a virgin. Wore a black fedora. One time I tried it on and she said, "Oh, that looks alright on you." I proceeded to wear that fedora every day for like a year, even when she wasn't around. I recently saw a picture of myself wearing it and I cringed so hard I almost broke a rib. I just asked my husband this question and he replied with, "Married her." OMG, I asked my wife the same question and got the same response. I once wrote a song for a girl I really liked. When I got up the balls to sing it for her, she said that she thought it was cute. Then the next day I found out she fricked some guy later that night. "You're tall and fun and pretty. You're really, really skinny. Ginny, I'm the Mickey to your Minnie. You're the Tigger to my Winnie. Ginny. When I was in 2nd grade, I had a crush on this one girl, and when we were on a field trip, I saw this ladybug ring for sale. I bought it knowing that she liked ladybugs and waited for the right time to give it to her. It ended up being in front of her friends and she laughed in my face and refused the gift. I felt like crap and threw it out. I secretly had a massive crush on her for 2.5 years in high school and never said a word to her. Dumb as heck. Every male teenager ever. This thread makes me feel better about all the stupid crap I've done for girls. I once gave a girl $120 in freshman year for her birthday gift. I also gave her a scarf that me and one of her best friends picked out. It wasn't expensive, but I've never seen her wear it. She never liked me. She still doesn't. In high school, I had a huge crush on, what else? A cheerleader. Everything about her was stunning. Her long brunette hair, her heart-shaped butt, but it was her smile and eyes that initially got me. Then, I eventually got to see her interact with others. She was very popular, but no ego. She liked everyone, and I was hooked. One night, I got desperate and looked up her number and called to ask her out. She wondered why I didn't ever talk to her at school and thought a late night phone call was creepy. End of that. A year later at VA Tech, our dorms were close together and I got to know her better. We became close friends and after 6 months we started dating. Last July, we celebrated our 30th wedding anniversary. Bought a cell phone. I would have gotten one eventually, but this guy I liked was so surprised that I didn't have one that I was compelled to beg my parents for one. I was 16 at the time, but my teenage mind figured that he would text me all the time if I got one. Whoops. Back in high school, after my very first girlfriend broke up with me, I was absolutely certain my life was over and I would never find another girl who could top her. I started doing crazy things to try and win her back, including pretending to be the school photographer and taking pictures of this guy that I knew she had a crush on. I even pulled him out of class once to get a close up. Everyone laughed at me. I think he thought I had a thing for him. It was in high school. I was a fat and sweaty slob. This girl, I'll call her Kay, was tall, beautiful, and on the varsity basketball team. We had biology class together freshman year and I was home the entire semester. I would get her soda, give her the answers to homework, and freaking worship the ground she walked on. Even though she only gave me the slyest bit of attention, I convinced myself she was secretly plotting to have sex with me. She wasn't. Anyways, for some reason she was wearing rainbow-colored toe socks around biology class. I don't know why this stands out in my mind, and she needed a pen because hers had run out. I'll never forget Kay looking over to me and beckoning me with her fingers like a servant. When I got to her she said, "Do you have a pen I could borrow?" "Number," I replied. "Well, why don't you go look around the class? Ask around." There was something about her beckoning me over like a slave and her toes splayed out in those rainbow colored toe socks that made me realize she didn't give a crap about me even as a friend, barely as a person, but I still got her the pen. I faked my eye exam to get glasses so I could have something to talk to my crush in 3rd grade about, resulting in me actually needing glasses by the time 4th grade came around. You have been visited by the money cat. Like for good luck and fortune. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check out another video. Or don't. Either way, have a great day you magnificent people.